Welcome to another adventure. Today we're taking you through the breathtaking landscapes of the Albanian countryside. A journey filled with jaw-dropping mountain scenery, hidden waterfalls, and natural thermal baths. If you love off-the-beaten-path destinations, this one's for you. We'll start with an epic mountain drive, stop at a riverside cafe with waterfall views, and then explore some charming villages, try some delicious local food, and then end the day soaking in a natural thermal bath. If you love travel content like this, hit the like button and subscribe for more slow travel experiences. Hi, we are Dharmesh and Kieran from KD Travelers, two early retirement slow travelers sharing our journey and knowledge to help others do the same. Let's travel together. Our journey begins with a scenic drive through the stunning mountains of Albania. The roads wind through valleys, past towering peaks, and through tunnels carved straight into the mountainsides. It feels like a hidden getaway to an adventure. One of the highlights of driving here is the snow-capped mountains in the distance, creating an almost postcard-perfect view. Imagine driving this in the summer when everything turns lush and green. Have you been to Albania, or is it on your travel bucket list? Let us know in the comments. We had a stop at this incredible riverside hotel and cafe, imagining waking up to this view, sipping your morning coffee while watching the waterfall cascade into the river. In the summer months, the hotel sets up sunbeds and chairs right by the water, and people even swim here. It's definitely a great place to consider for an overnight stay, but it is out by itself in the middle of nowhere. We took a walk down to the waterside for a look, and it is worth the extra steps for sure. Then after making our way back up, we went inside for a break and something sweet. As you can see, the hotel is new and well maintained. The group of new friends we have made had a good time getting to know each other a little better before we hit the road again. Now back on the road again, and we came across a couple of very quaint bridges. They were only large enough for one car to pass at a time, but it gets the job done. The second location, called Dragoti Bridge, was set in such a nice location we stopped to take a closer look. The river with the mountains in the backdrop was worth the stop and a good chance for us to stretch our legs. It seems like no matter what road you take, the scenery is breathtaking. We did notice that people for some reason were putting stuffed bears up in strange places. If you know why, please let us know in the comments. Back home we see roadside shrines where accidents happen, but these were not what we saw here. Next we reached the incredible twin waterfalls of Vjosa River. Look at the color. This is some of the most vibrant turquoise water we've seen. There's also a cafe and restaurant nearby, making it the perfect place to take a break and enjoy the scenery. And then we saw something really interesting here. A local fisherman using a technique we've never seen before. It looks like fly fishing, but instead of a hook, there's a small net at the end of the pole. Does anyone know what this fishing method is called? Let us know in the comments below. We had walked over the bridge, but when leaving we had to drive back over, and it made some not so comforting noises. All in all, we knew it was safe, but it still gave us some concern. Through the quaint village of Këlcyrë, we spotted the ruins of an ancient castle perched atop a hill, signs of a bygone era. It's amazing to come across these hidden gems when traveling. Now this was a quick stop to pop our heads out and take a look, but if you wish you could take a few minutes longer, but we did not. One thing you'll notice in rural Albania is how donkeys are still widely used for carrying supplies up and down these rugged mountain roads. It's like stepping back in time. Seeing them work so hard really makes you appreciate the traditional way of life that still thrives in these remote areas. Comment below if you have come across any traditional modes of transportation in your travels. Alright, welcome to Permet. Our guide told us that during communist times there was only one hotel here, Hotel Permet, which is strategically located in the main square. We also visited an old church which was damaged when religion was suppressed under communist rule here. We noticed that there is a small altar outside the church which the locals have created for their own prayers. The central square is also home to the Congress of Permet statue, honoring soldiers who fought for Albania's freedom. Also, you cannot miss running into the city stone of Permet. It is a massive natural rock 42 meters high with flat, perpendicular sides. There is a fortification at the foot of the stone that was used as a strategic patrol station. No visit to Permet is complete without trying some local specialties. We stopped at Belta Bakery and tasted some delicious Albanian treats. Everything was fresh and homemade. This was a nice way to get our sweet fix for the day. Now the orange cookies we got here, we were able to search out back in Saranda because they were so good. Now plans were to eat lunch here, but after chatting with our driver/tour guide, he told us of an amazing place to eat just outside of Permet. So we hit the road again, and continuing our journey, we passed more donkeys making their way through the hills before reaching Pertan village. Our guide had recommended Alvi, a fantastic local known restaurant for its authentic Albanian cuisine and stunning river views. We could not believe this was our view for lunch. Definitely a spot you should eat if you are in the area. Well, at least we think it is. You can decide for yourself. Next to the restaurant was a suspension bridge, so we went to check it out, which was an adventure in itself. It felt a little precarious, but the views were absolutely worth it.
Mr. Faster. He's such a diva.
It just seems like the day of the donkeys for us. This time we spotted one of the locals riding a donkey. As we continued our drive to our final location of the day, the thermal baths, the scenery only got better. Rolling green hills, dramatic mountain peaks dusted with snow, and peaceful countryside stretches for miles. Then, to our great surprise, we spotted a shepherd tending to his flock of sheep. Our guide made a quick stop, giving us city folk a chance to get up close with the sheep. And let's be honest, aren't the little lambs the cutest?
Hi, sheep.
They're going up the path there.
Oh, look at the little one up there. Hi, baby.
Finally, we arrived at Benja Thermal Baths, a hidden oasis along the Vjosa River. The water comes from the natural underground hot springs believed to have therapeutic benefits. Currently, there's construction happening in the area. Hopefully, they're adding some much-needed changing rooms and amenities. There were no signs telling us exactly what they are going to build, so if you visit and they have completed, please let us know in the comments. People come here for not just the thermal bath but the old Ottoman bridge as well. An architectural gem with a cobblestone path that's quite uneven and you need to pay attention. You will also need to navigate a rocky path to get to the thermal baths. It's a bit tricky for those with mobility issues, so be prepared, and hopefully they will improve this area around the thermal baths to make it easier for people. The baths themselves are set in an incredible location surrounded by towering mountains and lush greenery. However, the water was more lukewarm than hot, which was uninspected by us. We were hoping for more heat. Nonetheless, we did have a really nice time soaking in the thermal baths, taking the beautiful scenery. Also, to be honest, it was also very tricky getting in and out. There was a lot of green algae or something along the edge inside the water. We slipped a few times and saw others having a hard time as well, so heads up when you arrive. Alright, what an unforgettable journey through the Albanian countryside, from the dramatic mountain roads and turquoise rivers to the rich history of Permet and the warmth of local culture. This part of Albania truly took us by surprise. One thing that stood out was the simple, authentic way of life here. Donkeys carrying goods along the road, shepherds tending to their flocks, and locals embracing century-old traditions. It's a place where time slows down and nature takes center stage. Even though the thermal bath weren't as hot as we expected, the entire experience soaking in warm water while surrounded by breathtaking mountains was still a perfect way to end the day. Have you ever experienced natural thermal baths before? Were they hotter than the one that we were in? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this journey through the Albanian countryside, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more slow travel adventures, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss on our next destination. See you in the next one.